Growing up, my grandfather was my best friend. He would ask me questions about the big issues of the day and then sit patiently as my young mind tried to make sense of the world. He was a master storyteller, and on one occasion he asked me, how would I tell my story? I told him I didn't know. He said, once I figured that out, I would find my purpose. Years later, I became a storyteller myself, but it wasn't until I had kids of my own that I remembered what my grandfather's thoughtful questions had done for me. So, starting at home at the turn of the millennium, applying the Bloom system, which uses key life questions to encourage self-discovery, I started interviewing kids once a year in hopes of helping them find their stories.
I am 7 and Keegan is 6. Sounds kind of odd, but I'm closest to Keegan.
What do you want to do when you grow up?
Be a hair cutter.
To be a hair cutter, I want to be a spying hair cutter.
Do you believe in God?
Yeah.
So what do you think God looks like?
I think he has long hair and a mustache.
What just makes you really mad?
Boys.
What is it about boys?
I think one of them at my school stole my pencil.
Do you know why they steal your pencil?
No.
Because they like you.
Ew. That's nasty.
Better than them hating you.
Yeah, but it's still nasty. Both of them are.
So if they like you, it's nasty, and if they hate you, it's nasty.
Yeah, you can't live with them, you can't live without them.
Love's confusing, isn't it?
And disgusting.
Why do you say disgusting?
Because I don't like kissing. My mom and dad do it all the time. It's disgusting.
Do you think there will be a day when you'll kiss?
Probably.
So if you think it's disgusting right now, why do you think you'll do it in the future?
Because, I want to have children.
So when you say to me that you're going to have to kiss in the future, it's actually because you want to have children.
Yeah, and I want to be happy for eternal life.
Do you pray every day?
Yeah.
So what do you think you have to do to end up in that other place down below?
You have to be very, very bad.
And what do you have to do to get into heaven?
Very, very good.
What about people in between?
I bet they won't go to heaven or hell. I bet they'll just, stay in their little grave. It's not praise or punishment. Just, you're dead.
I changed this year. It wasn't that big of a deal, but some of my friends were they thought I was more loud, which was hard to imagine. I was more outgoing, perky and stuff. But everybody else was it's fine because everybody else was changing. And sometimes people just, all they do is find what's wrong with other people because they're changing and that's all they talk about. Well, I thought I wanted to be a hair cutter, but then we just did a career project. And now I'm leaning towards a prosecuting attorney. Part of the reason I want to become a prosecuting attorney is because they get paid a lot. Some of the good ones. And that would be pretty awesome.
What are you most grateful for?
My family. Because my parents are still together and I have 2 awesome sisters and we don't fight a lot.
And tell me about your best friend dying.
Yeah. She got cancer. She had a brain tumor. She died February 2nd of 6th grade. She was always so full of life. Like, she was one of like the most hyper people I known. I guess it's just never like regret like living your life. Because I was kind of naive before that. I didn't really think like anybody around me could have died because I kind of lived in this kind of safe community. I had never really heard of anything like that happening before. I don't like to sulk about for a really long time because I don't like to be sad for a really long time. Because there's nothing you can do to stop it.
How are your grades?
Well, hopefully after this semester it'll go up a little bit, but I have like a 3.79.
You've had a boyfriend for 1 year, did you say?
A year and 4 months.
Love's confusing, isn't it?
And disgusting.
Makes me queasy.
Did I say that? Sorry, old self. I run cross country and I play tennis. I was captain this year and I played singles for half the season and doubles with my best friend Janie. I stress about getting into college. It sounds really stupid. It's like a constant pressure if I'm doing enough, if I'm doing well enough at all that I'm doing. Like, I know Janie wants to go to UW. We both want to go to UW, so we will end up talking about wanting to go to UW and then talking about how admission rates are dropping. And if I don't go there, I really have no idea what I'm going to do. Knowing that everything happens for a reason, that helps me a lot.
Was that because of your faith?
Yes, that is because of my faith.
Now, if you really feel that way,
Then I would stop worrying.
why the anxiety?
Because at the same time, it is in my control. What is in my control is I can do my best at everything that I do. And if I do my best at everything that I can do, and I still don't get into that college, then that's the way it's meant to be. But if I mess up on something, or in my opinion, mess up on something, then I feel like initially I would blame myself, but eventually feel like that was the way it's meant to be.
So where are you going to go to school?
To the University of Washington. So we don't really have like a real kitchen, and it's become like, at first it was really sad and now it's kind of fun. Yeah, this is my room right here. Come on in. Welcome to my crib.
Which sorority?
Alpha Gamma Delta. The beginning of freshman year, I would say easily I partied quite a bit. I was trying to make friends. My intentions were pure. Yeah, but I don't know if it's peer pressure or more my own decision. I would never blame peer pressure because it's my decision if I want to do that. Still, like, it's a work in progress in terms of my partying ways. Yeah. It's hard, like, especially because I started out so like, woo, like crazy.
Now send a message to yourself when you're 20.
Yeah. Hi. First of all, if you are in trouble, then you're bad, because I'm a good little girl, and you probably gonna be just like me when I'm 20. But yeah. Sorry, can't go back in time.
I don't like how codependent I am on people.
Boys?
No, just girls and like my family. These are my friends and this is their room. Janie said you could come in if you want. I just need people like there. And when I'm by myself, I just go kind of crazy. I'm just like, where can I text someone and hang out with them or get coffee with someone, or I just don't like being by myself. I'm Healy.
You're gonna learn all about me.
Do you want to know my story?
What have you learned about yourself this year?
Well, I think I already knew this about myself, but I'm like very sensitive in a good way, but also to a fault sometimes.
And tell me about your best friend dying.
Yeah, I don't like to sulk about for a really long time because I don't like to be sad for a really long time. Because there's nothing you can do to stop it. I used to like hear stuff on the news and go cry by myself. And now I just am like, that sucks. But it's like, I don't really think that. Like, I think it's awful. But I don't know, it is like a way of managing.
Do you know what a music equalizer does?
Can you remind me?
Well, it takes the top end off the music so it doesn't break glasses. and it takes the bottom end off the music so it doesn't blow your speakers. It squishes the range of frequency into a safety zone. So as we go through life and we experience things like the death of a friend at 12, things that cause us pain, I think each of us sort of employ a type of music equalizer so that we don't blow our speakers. So the good news is it protects our speakers from being blown. The bad news is we don't hear the full beauty of the music.
It's really funny you say that because like I just had a conversation with one of my really good friends last week, and I described that exact, like, I didn't use the frame equalizer, but I know that I've restricted my emotions to that very thin span. Oh, 100%.
So what's
it's so disturbing to me.
Why?
Because I love feeling this spectrum, the good one, and I don't like feel that as much anymore. But I know it's possible. Like, I know it's possible because I see glimpses of it. I'm like, damn it, like, it's right there. And I think that's the most frustrating thing is I know I'm capable of it because I've had it. Like, I have been.
What is the thing that set those levels?
I hate feeling this. Like, that side. I hate it.
Fear?
Yeah.
Fear of pain?
I hate feeling that side. Oh my gosh.
Do you think that your party stint your freshman year was more about distraction, trying not to feel your real pain?
It was a rough year. I felt like at the very bottom, I just felt so incredibly empty, and I just turned to God and I'm like, I don't want to live this life. Like, I hate this. I hate me right now. I hate this. I don't even like cry that much anymore. So I know that I'm not feeling it as much. Like, I used to be so much more affected by things. You know that feeling like it's like kind of in your stomach, and it like, I don't know, I kind of sometimes will get like the butterflies when I see something really cool. And that used to happen all the time as a kid. I would see something and be like, oh. Like, that stuff, I love, like, feeling that stuff. But there are bouts of time where, you know, I'm in a lull right now. That actually does freak me out a lot. It's freaking me out right now. It's something that I'm trying to fix. I always am testing myself. I'm like, do I feel today? Like, do I feel like...
3 wishes. Anything you want, but you can't have more wishes.
Feel the full range of emotion on a consistent basis. So I don't even know if I should use that as a wish, because it's like I can do it without a wish, you know?
So what do you think God wants for you?
For me to understand that better, and that I'm like enough. Just me.
So what do you want to be when you grow up?
Either a zoologist or a marine biologist.
I kind of want to be a stand-up comedian.
Really?
It's kind of an interesting idea.
Which animal best describes you?
Probably a dolphin, because I like to swim and like to just do anything I want in the water and jump around.
A fox.
Why?
Because I'm evil and sly.
Why?
He's evil, conniving, and backstabbing. He put shampoo in my ear.
Last night I put toilet paper all over him and stuck shampoo in his ear, but
Do you love your brother?
depends what time it is.
I wake up at 7:30. He wakes up at 11:30. So I have a habit of waking him up earlier.
It drives me insane.
Do you love your brother?
Sort of, in a way.
Do you hate your brother?
Mm-hmm. Canada, our home and native land.
Okay. When is the last time you cried?
Probably when my grandma died.
Which was 2 years ago.
Yeah. That's the last big time I remember.
Do you miss her?
Yeah.
How did it make you feel?
Pass.
If I offered you $10 never to see Liam again, would you take it?
Yes. On the spot. I'm gonna have to think about that.
This is forever.
No. Well, he's fun to bug. So probably not.
Is that a little brotherly love there?
Maybe. No.
$100 million.
Mm-mm.
Can you beat Jonathan in wrestling?
It's kind of a toss-up.
Oh, I can kill him. I did yesterday, actually.
It used to be a lot closer than it is now, but now he's just bigger.
What's your nerdiest quality?
Debating.
You think that's nerdy?
Totally is. I don't know, I just got into it because I like to talk, you know, and I guess I sort of like to argue, just like rational arguing. We did really well at nationals. We got second as a team, and I came third individually, and I came first out of the BC people again.
What's Liam's nerdiest quality?
He knows everything. Everything. He knows everything.
You really set a very high standard for yourself.
Yeah.
Like it upsets you that you didn't get the very, very best in your class. Even though you probably got second.
Yeah, it's even worse. I've never really failed anything ever.
What would happen if you failed?
I would be really confused.
So why did Joey dump you in a text message?
I don't know, because she's lazy. It was really cold.
Did you like her a lot?
Well, yeah.
Did you cry when she broke up with you?
No.
Not even a little bit on your own?
No.
When's the last time you cried?
I don't remember the last time I cried. Pass.
When's the last time you cried?
I have no idea.
Push bad feelings out of your head?
Yeah, pretty much. Just move on with life.
¿Cuál es su programa favorito?
Mi programa favorito es Los Simpsons.
Los Simpsons.
Sí.
I used to really want to be a zoologist, and I still kind of want to work with animals, but I'm not really sure because I got into debating, so maybe I'd want to do something like international law or something like that.
I'm thinking a law degree right now just because, you know, it's what I can do. You know, catch people lying, catch people, you know, making assertions, that kind of thing. It really interests me.
What is your greatest fear?
Failure.
Do you ever fail?
It sort of drives me not to fail.
What is something you think you most have to work on?
Listening. I talk before thinking as well, which is, that gets me in trouble a lot, actually.
He has no filter, and that's something common on the debate team. Whatever pops into their head will immediately come out, and I'm rare, because I have a filter. I screen the things I say, I guess.
Oh, Liam.
How close are you guys?
We're fairly close. We cooperate when necessary.
Which doesn't lead to opening yourself up and sharing your feelings.
Not exactly.
Did you do that with anybody?
I don't really. You know, yeah, if you have, you know, a major issue, deal with it. You know, just get over it and move on.
Do you feel, though, that every once in a while there are feelings that have to be dealt with?
Yeah, occasionally. But, you know, that's what, I don't want to say drinking, but that's what drinking is for.
McGill, the Harvard of Canada.
Oh, so much fun. Like, I really liked the university in terms of going to class and, you know, challenging in terms of intellectualism and that kind of stuff. But I also really liked the, like, raw, let's get drunk, go have fun at the football game university stuff.
I've really gotten interested in, like, international relations and history and that kind of thing. Yeah, I was thinking about doing that or, like, working at the UN or, like, NATO or something like that.
I think that's why I want to go into politics. Like, I like just the the importance of the decisions gets bigger and bigger.
So logically, side proposition is telling us that when those areas of the brain...
So tell me what happened at Worlds.
We won everything. Yeah, it was a pretty awesome experience actually, but yeah, we won the World Championships as Team Canada. I have a medal that says I'm the best at arguing in the world.
Of course, your parents knew that all along.
Yeah, which is why they don't let me argue anymore. They just say the conversation is over.
Tell me about debate.
Yeah, I was on the national team this year, but I didn't make the team that's going to Worlds.
That must have been devastating to you.
Yeah, that was really depressing. I have some good friends who are going, and they were like, Liam, we wish we were coming, and I was like, I do too. It's in South Africa. I love South Africa. But yeah, it means that I can just have like some more fun with it, rather than like it being really serious and like mounting to something, like always mounting to something. As long as I'm achieving my own goals, I don't really care if others are doing better than me.
When is the last time you cried and why?
Last time I cried? Oh, I honestly can't remember. Like, we're talking years. I don't know. I just, like, for the same reason that I said pass. I'm not big on showing emotion or like, and don't you know, read too much into this, or weakness, you know what I mean? And I feel like crying is like the ultimate show, you know, ultimate display of weakness in my mind.
Have you ever seen your father cry?
Once, when his mother died. Yeah, but he was like in his room, and I don't think he wanted me to see.
Do you think that's good?
Yes and no. I mean, I think it's good to have like a cool and collected like father figure who doesn't get overly emotional about things, but I think if something is emotional, then I think it's probably healthy to feel those emotions and demonstrate that that's all right to feel those emotions.
You know, like I haven't had a serious girlfriend since probably about grade 10, and all of my other friends have, and that's never really bugged me. You know, I'm close with a couple of people, but it takes me a long time to get there. There was that one girlfriend in grade 10, and I really fell for her hard, and it ended badly. But, you know, and it's easy to say, you know, blame that, but on the same level, it was grade 10, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think...
But it was your first love.
Yeah, but...
That's hugely powerful.
Yeah, and it ended pretty badly. Maybe this is like me not wanting to go any further in terms of like a personal relationship. You know, that's very possible. And like, what's weird is that even with that realization, I'm still feeling like all right about where I'm at.
So do you miss Johnny this year?
It was weird at first, but then I had the house to myself a lot, and that was kind of awesome. So, no.
It's odd. We get a little closer when we're not having to share such a confined space.
When I went to Montreal and like I hung out with him, that was fun. And like I guess I missed him, but there were definite upsides.
He's looking at McGill as well, so I kind of hope he comes.
You do?
Yeah, I think it would be fun to have him in the same city. He'd be far away because he wouldn't be living with me, but he'd be in the same city.
Rate yourself in terms of happiness.
I had a pretty good year. I had a lot of fun this year.
I don't know, like 98, something like that.
I'm pretty happy.
I'm as content as I can be, so yeah, like 98.
Did you have any doubt whether Liam was going to come join you?
Not really. Montreal's too fun. This year I'm helping organize Frosh Week. The fact that I'm going to organize Frosh and Liam is going to be one of the Froshies is pretty awesome. I'm pretty excited about that.
What did you think about him going into the army?
Yeah, it's weird. What he's doing is he's seeking out more authority figures to tell him what to do, and that does not seem like a Johnny Carson thing to do.
I am a private recruit right now, which means I am the lowest of the low.
They asked him to do an officer training because he scored in like the 98th percentile on their aptitude test, like of course.
I wanted to go out and do the real, you know, army infantry stuff. I wanted it to be hard. I wanted it to be a challenge. The worse it gets, like I kind of just start chuckling to myself. Sitting in a trench, raining on me, I'm happy as a clam.
So what's been your greatest character challenging moment in the last 3 or 4 years?
I don't know, coming out.
I had like inklings when I was like 13, 14. I knew what to call it at 15, but I didn't want to call it that.
It's just like, oh no, like that is not you, calm down, like it's a phase. Or I used like every excuse in the book. And then I was at home alone and I like passed a mirror and I looked at myself and I was like, oh my God, dude, you're so gay, like out loud. And I was like, oh, yeah, okay, fine. Well, I told Johnny first, like 2 hours before he was flying away in the middle of the night. And I was like, Johnny, I'm gay and I don't want to talk about it. And then I left the room. Johnny was a bit of a fear because he was like, I don't know, like reasonably conservative, like straight guy. So I was like, okay, jump the biggest hurdle first.
It surprised me. You know, it came out a bit of left field, to be honest.
He texted me the next day before he got on the plane. He said like, I'm proud of you. Like, it must take a lot of like guts and like blah, 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 blah. Like, when can I start making jokes?
The best thing that my parents did was act exactly the same.
There was nobody really that was expecting to take it badly at all. It's just hard for me to say it over and over again because that would make it real. Now I'm gonna have to go through this, you know? I'm gonna have to tell people. I'm gonna have to figure out like how to be gay rather than how to be straight. It sounded like a lot of upheaval and for like a long time.
And did that turn out to be true?
Yeah, it was true. I just didn't know that I could like really enjoy that upheaval. I don't even mind being introduced as like the gay friend. Some people are like, oh, like I'm so much more than being gay. But like if I get to represent a group that I'm like super comfortable being part of, awesome.
I'm really happy for him that the transition went just fine. I wasn't here, so I wasn't really able to, watch it, but I talked to a couple people. I told them that if anything happened, people would need to be hurt.
Well, I got you.
How it goes.
Have you seen Johnny very much?
Yeah, I saw him for beer a few days ago.
Now, how often do you guys hang out?
A couple times a week, pretty frequently.
Have you guys just had a lot more time together? Has the relationship changed?
I don't think that the relationship has really changed. I think it just has a little bit more space now. So we're never forced together to the point that we get on each other's nerves. So now it's just kind of fun.
What's your name?
Brittany Bolin, and age 13. I like a variety of music. I like Elvis, and then I like Christina Aguilera. I keep on falling in and out of love with you. I never loved someone way that I loved you.
When I was growing up, absolutely. I definitely felt the pressure in all ways to be the example and to be an extremely high achiever, be perfect in everything I did.
So what do you like most about yourself?
Well, I like my voice. Well, I'm thankful that I got a voice, for singing.
What do you want to do when you grow up?
I want to sing.
Scoop up the water, rub it on your face and go waddle, 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 waddle.
What makes you really angry?
Well, getting teased, because I'm more serious, and so at school they make jokes about that. I'd be like, I'm trying to concentrate right now. May you please stop fooling around, right? And they just tease me about it and keep on going and going and going. So that gets annoying and really makes me angry.
What do you like least about yourself? Like, what do you think you have to work on?
Not putting such high expectations on myself. I try to work towards a certain goal, I'm kind of picky with how I want my marks to be and stuff. There's not very many people in my school that aim for the higher honor roll, and so I want to just be one of the few that aim for it, you know, and do get that mark. I guess I'm afraid of falling. I try something and fall. I don't want to do that.
What do you think will happen?
I don't know.
Do you think someone will love you less?
No.
Would you love yourself less?
Probably. I'm too sensitive.
I'm less stressed and I'm way more happy.
What happened?
I think, I don't know, I like my school way better. And yeah, it's just nice to be in that school. And, I don't know. I've changed my style and kind of, I don't know what I am right now, kind of punk but not. Yeah, I didn't get marks that were high like last year, you know, because it's harder and stuff like that. I guess I just kind of let go of that and like, okay, it's fine.
What about your dream to become a figure skater?
Skating, I loved it, but it was just getting to a point where it was frustrating me so much because I wasn't really confident with my jumps or anything like that. So I could do it, but I was getting to a point where I was just driving myself nuts because I would just skate around in circles waiting to do a jump and never get enough confidence to do it. I was like, oh. When I was in junior high, I was in a completely different place from every kid there because I hadn't hit puberty yet, and they were all crazed lunatics and like dating each other, you know, getting into drinking and partying, and I didn't understand it because I was just a kid still, and I was just like, what is going on? That's not cool, you know? So I couldn't understand them, and then I don't think they could understand me because I just was interested in doing, like, playing, you know? And I still love to play, but yeah, I couldn't understand them.
What's been the most painful thing that's ever happened to you?
Probably what happened in junior high, just all the bullying, because that was like 2 years of really mean people. I've learned a lot about kindness and how I want to be respected and how I should treat people. I've gained confidence and I'm comfortable with myself and accepted myself. I used to be afraid of failing, but I'm not afraid of that anymore because I know I can do it if I want to.
Hi, I'm Mick the Beard at Metal Gods TV, and I'm with Cobra and the Lotus.
Oh, I'm Pat from Cobra and the Lotus. I'm Chris.
I'm Brittany Page.
Octopus.
We've had an awesome UK tour, and the response at all the shows were really wicked.
I think we've played 45 gigs in 71 days. Yeah, we're home for a week, and
we have to work on our second album, so we're not going to be not working. So we have to record as many songs as we can and then leave again. Sometimes I think I've bit off more than I can chew, but my theory is just start chewing, because I am not going anywhere. I just love this. When we play and when I'm in this band, mainly what I'm affected by is just people's reactions to the fact that we've written those songs. That's what's so addicting. It's just the smiles that come and the reaction, the way they move, because they are feeling the music and that we've created it. I'm really drawn to metal because it's a way for me to sing the way I want to, but it's just very sexy somehow. It makes me feel very happy and confident. I want to go as far as something that is like a stadium, you know, and I want to play in that man's arena so bad. And I'm going for it, and I think I'm putting that out completely to the universe every day. And I don't think a lot of people know what to think of that. It's definitely just a huge thing to throw yourself into, especially being a woman. There's a lot of animosity that comes from that. The anti-Cobra, anti-Lotus page on Facebook. Ridiculous. Yeah. And just a lot of really nasty comments and rumors. And it was a really big personal attack on me more than anyone else. The hate page had to do with the underground metal community in Calgary, just thinking, what the hell is this band and where did they come from? We actually started going somewhere with the band pretty fast. We're trying our best to do it right, and it's taken so much work to get everything we get, and they just smack it to the ground, you know? Sometimes I think of it as junior high all over again. Definitely, it's all bullying.
What do you think is your greatest fear?
Not being good enough. I think that I set the bar too high, I know, but sometimes I'm too hard on myself.
Is that more in control than it was before?
It was, I feel, getting better. And then in the last 6 months with the band, I've been really battling it because of just the publicity and stuff like that I'm not used to. I've definitely been feeling some things resurface that I'm gonna have to start working on again.
What about drugs and alcohol? Are they starting to invade your life at all?
I had my phase where I thought partying was awesome and I had no sense of direction in my life. Now, just with everything that's happening, I'm really embracing my life and I'm just so grateful for every experience. I don't want to not have a clear vision of everything I'm going through, and that's really important to me. Going to release our second album independently, and first we sat on it. We decided to sit on it for the whole summer and shop labels because we just had a feeling we had evolved so much and we just wanted to, you have to put it out there, you know. Yeah, we got a call from Gene Simmons and said, we want Cobra and the Lotus. I'm here with Randy from Universal Canada. We want Cobra and the Lotus. Yeah, I can't believe it. I realized that we have been given an opportunity that is 1 in a million. There's so many musicians, artists in general, that never get a chance. It drives me. It makes me more ambitious. This last year, I felt like I've really started healing big time with just all things from my past, everything. It's just been like medicine. The music makes me feel like I have the sun inside me. it's just like what I've felt this year from finally opening up with metal and the metal that we write and just the songs and stuff. I have never felt happier in those moments when we're playing them, and yeah. I guess now I know that I'm doing the right thing. I'm very, very faithful. Because everything has been surrendering and trusting that it's right. And I'm so glad I never gave up because it got us somewhere. I have complete faith. It's just all faith.
Our stories, whether we're trying to find our place in the world or on the roadmap to adulthood, who we love, who we are, who we want to be, what we live for, and what we would die for. Our stories are ours and ours alone. But who will write them? Who will tell them? And how will they be epic?